Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reacting to Cheetah's ruined CLIX's FNCS. Let's go.
CLIX, the Fortnite player who has it all. From fancy cars, we'll see you guys in the room, to $5 million penthouses.
Okay, welcome to the 2023 apartment tour.
And even his own esports organization.
One last announcement. We require that majority share in action!
But there's only one thing that CLIX is missing, and that is an FNCS title.
You guys have to realize, me and CLIX have the same exact skill level because we both haven't won an FNCS. So basically, I could beat him in a 1v1.
But how has CLIX become one of the greatest and most popular players of all time without ever getting that first place FNCS finish? Well, to find out, we have to look back at where CLIX started. And make sure you guys stick around to the end of this video because there was a lot of drama in this FNCS and even cheating.
Oh, you're comment. No, I can't hear anything.
I said I had a 56. Like, do you want me to
Nah,
fucking say
don't
that?
lie.
So you guys...
Well, this was like a chapter 5, but I'm pretty sure this FNCS chapter 6 season 1, CLIX or Peterbot or Cooper and Vidal and Spinks. It's either those three will win the FNCS.
You guys are not going to want to miss out on this story. CLIX is most
But hopefully it's CLIX.
known for being one of the longest standing pro players. He entered the World Cup qualifiers at just 13 years old. After placing poorly at the World Cup, CLIX made it his mission to become the best in all of Fortnite. And he was, kind of. You see, CLIX is by far the best and biggest Fortnite streamer in the world, averaging well over 20,000 viewers on his live streams, and much, much more when he's playing tournaments. But where he's struggled to be the best is in competitive. CLIX certainly is great at the game, don't get me wrong. He's probably one of the best to ever play the game. But for CLIX, anything less than first place is not enough. And unfortunately for CLIX, first place is something that has eluded him for a very long time. To be more exact, since the World Cup, we have had 23 FNCS tournaments, and CLIX has won none of them. But that being said, he was determined to make that change this season. Chapter 5, Season 3...
Oh, that season was so butt cheeks! Literally, that season pissed me off so badly.
Yesterday is probably one of the craziest, action-packed, thrilling FNCS tournaments we have ever seen. But first, we need to set the scene for why this is one of the most important tournaments CLIX and all of his other competitors have ever played. For those of you that don't know, this FNCS is the third of the year, which means that it's also the last one. For the North American region, only the top 10 teams in this third FNCS will qualify for a spot at Globals. And after this tournament, not including Globals, there won't be another major tournament for over 7 months, which means for a lot of these pro players, this is their last chance to make money playing the game, and a lot of them rely on tournament income to literally survive. So the stakes were high as ever for this third and final FNCS of the year. And although things were competitive enough already, a lot of Europe's best players decided that they wanted to come to America, thinking that they would have a better chance of them qualifying. And that's...
What do you guys think? Is NA or EU better?
America,
Which one?
Thinking that they would have a better chance of them qualifying. And that's one of the most important reasons I want to talk about as to why this FNCS got so crazy. For those of you that don't follow the competitive scene or have been living under a rock, massive EU pro players like Mongrel, Savage, and even Tayson, who's one of the best players in the world, made the long trip from Europe to America to play this entire FNCS in NA. In addition to that, we also saw OCE multiple-time grand finalist winners Alex and Worthy.
Alex and Litter. The best in OCE. OCE is my region, the best region in the world. We all know that. And let's get into it.
From Australia to America, meaning that these NA lobbies were going to be more stacked than ever. With all that being said, competition was at an all-time high for everybody, let alone CLIX, who is looking to prove his haters wrong and win his first ever FNCS. With all that being said, it was obvious this FNCS was going to have a lot of pressure on everybody in the lobby, let alone CLIX, who was still looking to prove his haters wrong, get that first FNCS win, and qualify for global championships.
Yes,
So instead
sir.
of worrying about all these EU and other international players coming to try and steal his FNCS, CLIX decided why be afraid of them when
CLIX just made like the dumbest. I've never seen this clip. That is like so dumb.
Join them. So CLIX called up his friend, who's probably the best fighter in the history of Fortnite, and his name is
Vino. No.
Give me a bit, I'm a rock. Feeling like Rocky. In my pockets, pop on the man, I'm feeling cocky. They try to copy, give me the money. I need my dreams.
But who even is Vino? Simply put, he's in the argument for the best player in the world while playing on the world's hardest region. But don't take my word for it, let's go over the facts. Harry Vino Pearson really started to get
Pearson? I've never heard a last name like that.
attention when he placed second in the FNCS All-Star Showdown in 2021, which was a massive solo FNCS tournament in EU. At that point, his name had been floating around the Fortnite community, but this truly solidified his presence in the EU scene as one of the best fighters in the game. And honestly, he's been dominating EU ever since. He's won not one, but 2 FNCS Grand Finals on the hardest region in the world of EU, and additionally, he competed in the FNCS Global Championship in Copenhagen last year and took home an incredible second place, playing against the best
That's
players
rough.
on the planet.
Second place is like the thing I don't want. The first place. That's all I want.
Dueling with CLIX, Vino was teamed up with Europe's icon Tayson. Unfortunately, however, this duo did not do as well as expected, and we don't know why they broke up specifically, but it's probably due to a couple bad results in the last 2 majors. And as many of you may know, assuming we have a lot of CLIX fans in here, CLIX and Epic Whale decided to split up shortly after placing outside the top 10 in the last FNCS. So, because of this, going into Major 3, both CLIX and Vino were looking for duo partners. And just a few months ago, on May 23rd of 2024, CLIX announced that him and Vino would in fact be teaming up for Major 3. Most people, however, thought this was a troll, considering that the two lived on completely different continents. However, as it turns out, this was very far from a lie, as in just a few days after the announcement, Vino was on CLIX's stream IRL in Dallas.
Good morning, Cookie Bear. It's 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m., bro. You fucking gamer. What do you want? We got scrims, bro. Right now. Get on. 5 minutes. Damn, dude, you musty ass. Set up, bro.
Everyone was excited to see what these two can do, but the partnership hasn't been exactly calm. The two of them have been seen fighting a ton on stream, and people were a little bit worried how they would be able to perform together.
Bro, your comment, bro, I can't hear anything.
I said I had a 56. Like, do you want me to
Nah,
fucking say
don't
that?
lie.
To Mother's Life, I said that.
Just stop,
Shut
keep
the fuck up.
complaining.
No, you shut the fuck up, bro. Because that's not the reason you died. You're gonna get no matter what.
Take a hit of that. Mate, shut up, dude.
But just to be clear, this arguing is probably not a true reflection of CLIX and Vino's relationship. Fortnite is an incredibly high-pressure game, and sometimes you just have to yell at your duo. I think everybody's done it before.
That's with me and my duo. That guy just doesn't listen to me.
Also, this argument may have been just to create drama, or as some people call it, clip farming, because it's a common tactic in the Fortnite and social media community to get people interested in your content. And if that was the case and these guys were clip farming, then it's definitely working, because both of them were getting tens of thousands of average viewers every single stream. CLIX normally has a view boost during FNCS, but today in Grand Finals, he had well over 100,000 viewers. And speaking of today's tournament, it's time we finally talk about the drama that unfolded over this past weekend. With everything on the line, needing to qual for LAN, prove his haters wrong, and get his first FNCS win ever, CLIX was locked in. And locked in might be an understatement, because after the first day of competition, CLIX and Vino were in first place in the tournament. And not only were they in first, but they had an amazing match history. This may not look super impressive at first glance because they don't have any wins or double-digit eliminations, but they were very, very consistent. And in these big tournaments, that's really the most important thing. Placing in the top 10 in half of your games in a grand finals is really, really impressive. In addition to that, they also averaged over 5 eliminations a game, which was the best in the entire lobby. Not to mention that Vino himself had the most eliminations in the entire tournament. After finishing first place day 1 and having the best player in the world on his team, It looked like this was it. CLIX was finally going to get his much-deserved
Nope.
FNCS win.
Nope.
Unfortunately, Day 2 would come with a new set of challenges for CLIX and Vino, and they were griefers. For those of you that don't know, the term griefing in Fortnite is when a team or player purposefully tries to make another team lose for no apparent reason. Throughout Fortnite history, we have seen more than one.
Yeah, CLIX streams like all of his FNCSs. Like that's kind of like the downside of being a streamer. Like you want to stream your FNCS, but you're gonna get griefed.
Instance of weirdos dropping on other players in the last games of a tournament. Whether it's because they hate the other person, they want attention, or they're being paid by another team to do it, there are many reasons why people would grief, but none of them are justified. In today's tournament, it seems like attention is what Flappy and his duo Evan were after, as they made a totally weird and unnecessary decision to try and stop CLIX from winning his first ever FNCS. For those of you wondering who Flappy and Evan are, I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue. And that just goes to show you how desperate they were for attention, as they were complete randoms. And just to be clear, please do not send hate on any social media or anywhere else to anybody in this situation. I am simply sharing my own personal opinions, and you guys can just enjoy and form your own opinions if you'd like. Anyways, only a couple of games into today's tournament, Flappy and his duo Evan, who were originally landing on the bottom of the map, decided to switch their drop spot after 8 out of 10 games were already finished. As you can see from this drop map, which was where everyone was landing going into Grands, CLIX and Vino were set to be unconned for the tournament, and at the bottom...
What is that? Wait, that's Snooty, right? Yeah, but my brain just didn't brain.
Of the map, you can see that Evan and Flappy were landing at a completely different location nearby. And this was until Flappy and Evan, who by the way were almost in dead last place when they decided to do this, made the decision to clout farm and grief CLIX. And just to clear something up for you guys, these drop maps aren't set in stone. People change spots once in a while. Sometimes they'll even drop and a team in front of them on the leaderboard in order to make a comeback. However, I want to make it very clear that is not what is happening here. These guys had no chance of coming back or even really earning any more money. They were simply trying to grief and ruin CLIX and Vino's games for attention or a laugh or for a payday from another player who really knows. And if you don't believe that these guys were griefing and you just think it's part of the game, let me show you some proof. As you can see from this first tweet up on the screen, Flappy says, "At Jinxie, I'm doing it for you." I'm not reading the rest of that.
That's crazy. Jinxie, I'm doing it for you, Big Daddy, alright. Jinxie plays Siege. He's like a Siege player, not an FN player.
What Flappy is saying here is that he's intentionally griefing CLIX, and I'll explain why. For those of you that don't know, CLIX and Jinxie have had some beef in the recent days.
No, that's the reason?
I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to get into it. But all you need to know is that what Flappy is insinuating here is that he's purposely ruining CLIX's tournament for somebody who obviously doesn't like CLIX in Jinxie. Another one that we can look at is his tweet right after that says, "At CLIX, you're multi-millionaire. Why are you crying with your life? I would minimum give money to charity as you are just wasting it." Clear?
Because being FNCS champion is like a title. Like, it's underneath your name.
The broken English here
It's good to be well known as. Yeah.
It's a little bit hard to understand, but I'll break it down for you. The obvious answer here is that Flappy is jealous of what CLIX has. You don't call somebody out for being a multi-millionaire and then land on them in a tournament because you like someone. He is just really, really jealous of CLIX, and that came through today when we saw the briefing. And one more tweet that I'm going to show you to round out the evidence is when Flappy says, "Here, I'm not landing on anyone, landing my spot, and we will see who's better. Good luck, CLIX." And let me break this down for you guys, because the surface level, it could look like he's just saying, "I'm not doing anything wrong, good luck to CLIX." But what he is saying is that if he didn't land on his spot, it would be griefing. And this came after he had already landed on another spot on top of CLIX multiple games. So he's basically admitting to the fact that he was griefing and just saying that he's not doing it for the rest of the tournament. Unfortunately, after this last tweet, Flappy did make his Twitter private, probably because he wasn't able to handle all the hate
That's
he was
rough.
receiving.
That's rough.
I'm gonna go check on this shit, girl. I don't care. I'm stream sniping. Yeah, I'm gonna stream snipers. They're out. They're bunker.
Imagine.
And like I said, please do not direct any more hate at this person. I'm simply just trying to tell the story. Regardless,
I hate you, Flappy.
All this being said, the griefers were enough to put CLIX and Vino off their game. Although they weren't necessarily getting killed off spawn, you have to understand that these pro players plan out their entire games meticulously. Everything from their loot routes to their rotations are pre-planned and worked on with coaches. That being said, when somebody lands on you, even if they don't eliminate you, they still mess up your entire game path and plan. And to be fair to Clix and Vino, they did an incredible job of still managing to place well for the rest of the tournament, but it wasn't enough as they finished the tournament in fourth place. At the end of the
The
day,
CLIX curse. CLIX is cursed until this season, probably. He's gotten consistent fourth places, and he hasn't gone any higher.
it's hard to say whether or not Clix and Vino would have overtaken Peterbot and come in first place if these Reapers didn't happen, but it's honestly really sad that we're never going to know. I think this really shows that
If he was to win this FNCS this season, I prefer him to not stream this season's grand final.
that the Fortnite community has a lot of growing up to do, and we really need to take a look at the rules that Epic has in place and see if there's any ways to stop griefing. Because without a way to stop it, this is just going to happen over and over again. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do.
Thank you guys for watching. I know this is like a totally different video. I just wanted to react with you guys. Make sure you guys comment down below if I should do more. And if you guys stayed this entire video, comment down Scorpion. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.